going on? Average Tech Guy here, and today we are back. More tech, more reviews, and we got the Pixel 7 Pro as well as the S23 Ultra right here in hand. And for the average consumer that wants to know which one of these screens or displays is going to be the better of the two, stay tuned. Let's talk. All right, so first and foremost, we got Pixel 7 Pro over here and the S23 Ultra right over here in my right hand. Two respective flagship phones, two of the best in the game, but we want to know about the screens. Now, if you look on paper, a lot of people get confused, so that's why I want to put a video out just basically giving you the options where you can see it versus trying to compare it on paper. So here we go. Now, they are both on low brightness, but as you notice, the S23 Ultra brightness is way lower and the screen is way brighter. And if I turn this down to about the same spot that the S23 is in, it is like really, really dark. So right away, the S23 is probably gonna win in that screen brightness category, which we already know on paper it does win. But for the most part, we're gonna keep it probably right about the middle of the pack if I can get this opening up. All right, so still there is a lot more brightness over here, even though that this one is a little bit more than halfway up. I'm gonna turn it back down some. There we go. All right, so brightness test is over. We know that the S23 Ultra is gonna beat this phone out in the brightness and resolution of that screen already. Now, the S23 Ultra does have an extra brightness mode. So even if you go to your display, when you're in your display, extra brightness right here, it is not even toggled on. Once you toggle it on, you do get an extra boost of brightness. For this video, we are going to leave that off. Now, we do want to go surf the web a little bit and scroll and browse. We want to play a couple of games and we want to watch a few videos in like a really high definition, like 4K, Ultra HD, Dolby Atmos and all that. So got a few tests lined up. The first thing we're going to do is an app that I like to use called UltraPix. Now, UltraPix is basically an app that I like to use to get my wallpapers and things like that. So when it comes up, basically looks the same, but we want to look at the scrolling. 120 hertz refresh rate on both of these. Scrolling is super smooth on both of them. I don't really have an issue out of that. When you click on a picture, load times are basically about the same. So, I mean, in that aspect, it looks really good, really bright, really clean and crisp on both of them. So, I mean, in that aspect, I don't really, I say that both of them look good. Now, we already talked about brightness, but, and Samsung wins out in the brightness category. But when we're talking about resolution at this point, they both look crystal clear, they both look really good, and they scroll really well. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna try the game called Asphalt 9. Now, I do have Asphalt 9 on both of these and I can't play them concurrently, but I'm gonna just load this one up just to let you see how gameplay looks. Get out of all this stuff. And here we go on this device. We're gonna try it out. I can't play concurrently because I have the account on both devices, but let's just take a quick look at the graphics and the handles and how this thing actually looks when you're playing it. Let's get some speaker action too. So I think you kind of get the gist of it. Graphics look good. I mean, the game plays well. And now let's try it out over here on this device. And let's get a little speaker action on here as well. All right, speakers sound really good on both of them. I think, in my opinion, they sound better on the S23 Ultra. Graphics still look really good though. Crystal clear, nice, smooth. Motion, oh my goodness, yeah. Okay, we're tilting. I don't like tilt motion, so I gotta go ahead and change that. But if you can see, the graphics look really good, and I just died. It's kind of hard to play this and do all that at the same time, but it looks good on both devices with the 120 hertz refresh rate. So in gaming, I would say both of them look about on par with each other. They're pretty much equal when it comes to gaming. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we are going to look into video or media consumption, because we do a lot of that on our devices. So we're gonna open up YouTube and we're gonna pull my channel up and basically just scroll through and just see how the scrolling is on here. And it's still buttery smooth on both of them. So I mean, you can't really get much better than that. Now, let's do this. Let's pull up a video. And we'll actually start this video from the beginning on both devices. And let's get the highest resolution that we can get. Quality. Highest resolution. Highest resolution. All right, and here we go. So if you notice, the video looks really good on both of them. I'm gonna hold this one up a little bit so you can kind of get the feel for how that's gonna look. This is your Pixel device right here. This is your S23 Ultra right here. Nice, vibrant colors, vivid picture, really good motion, like smooth. I mean, you really can't get much better. Looking at it, it basically almost looks like you're in that scene. Now, my personal opinion, the Samsung edges that video out just a little bit. It really makes you feel like you are a part of it and you're just right there in front of whatever you're watching, especially if you're watching it in this high frame rate. Like, it looks really good. So I think the Samsung edges the Google Pixel out just a little bit. All right, so last but not least, we're going to look at the internet and just how scrolling and interaction with different articles are gonna work. So Google Chrome is open, scroll, very smooth. Now page loads a little bit faster over here. But for the most part, this stuff is on par. Flicking with your finger is gonna get you that nice smooth scrolling. Clicking on an article, a little bit of faster load time over here, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Scrolling looks really good on both of them. So the screens are pretty much on par. The brightness is going to be the determining factor. You're going to get better brightness on the S23 device versus over here. But for the most part, they are equally matched when it comes to the screen quality and the screen brightness and the vividness of the pictures and the framing, all that stuff. So it looks, I mean, it's gonna be up to you. Which one do you want? Which one is going to be affordable for you? And which one is just gonna basically make you happy? Like, that's what's gonna do it. And which ecosystem do you like the best? If you got more Samsung devices at the house, you may wanna work with the Samsung, but majority of your Samsung devices will work with your Google phones because they run on the Android systems. So 2 great devices, 2 great displays. You be the judge. Choice is yours. Until next time, hopefully this has been able to help someone out. Average Tech Guy out. Peace.